He's ready to go home now. Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. We're back to something resembling normality today. Not quite full normality because it's a Monday lunchtime. I'm picking Andy up from co-op and I still have one of these in the back of the car, but we only have Andy for 2 more days now before back to school on Wednesday, so we are inching ever closer to normality and a return to our normal routines, and I think we are all ready for it at this point. He's got a bit of a grumpy on this morning because he wanted to carry on watching, I don't even know what game show he was watching on Challenge, Take Your Pick or The Price is Right or something like that, but I made him come out to pick Anna up just before the end of that show, so he's not very happy about that. He's also a little bit grumpy that we're going to the doctors after we've picked Anna up as well, because his eczema's been playing up a little bit over the last few days, so we're just going to go and just get that looked at, really, check that it's nothing more serious than that. But he's had eczema kind of on and off all of his life. He'll sometimes go a year, 2 years even, without having any symptoms of it. Then he'll get a bit of a flare-up, and when that happens we like to just go and check that that's what it is, and also check what we should do about it. The usual solution is something like E45 cream or an equivalent type of thing, but you never know, they might have a magic cure, because I don't remember. It's been a while since the last time we've had to go in about this, so we'll see what the current prevailing wisdom is. As far as the rest of the day goes though, it is a very chilled out kind of, just easing us back into normal routines. We've got Tesco shopping delivery coming today for the first time in about a month.
No Tesco shop.
We're not going to Tesco, they're delivering it. You wanted more crisps? They're being delivered to home, but we haven't done that for, like I say, about a month, because it just hasn't been worth doing, because we've not really had a full week at home. So that's coming. We're going back on our healthy eating that we were trying to do before. We're going to be going back to the gym from Wednesday when Sandy's back at school, and I'm going to get back into a normal work routine as well. So everything is returning to some kind of normality, and I think we probably are just about ready. 6 weeks does seem like the perfect length of time for the summer holidays. Any longer and I think we do start to get a little bit, oh, give me some normal. I think we're just hitting that point now. As fun as the summer has been, and it's not even over yet because we're talking about Centre Parks in a couple of weeks, but we're ready. We're ready for some normal. Well, we've picked Anna up.
Now we'll go back.
Anna is just there. We're waiting outside though, because we're about 5 or 6 minutes early, and he is in a bad mood, and we'd rather he was grumpy in here than in there. So we're just waiting until a couple of minutes before his appointment that he really doesn't want to go to, and fingers crossed we can then head in and pretty much go straight through to the appointment. I know it doesn't really work out that way, but
your new shoes are coming. That's good, isn't it?
yeah, after me making a back to school tips video that said don't buy new shoes, we've had to get him a pair of new shoes because those ones that he's been wearing have basically collapsed to one side. They're just broken, so we've had to replace his shoes, but we've not got time to actually go and get some, so we've ordered them online. But
may or may not fit.
Yeah,
They're a different,
exactly.
They're like clothes, aren't they, from a clothes store?
Yeah.
They might fit, they might not.
Fingers crossed they'll be good, and they're much sturdier than the ones that he's just had as well, because we got them just before Disney, so they've lasted like 3 or 4 months. He's not in a very good mood about this at all. I've not seen him like this for a while. I think this, the vomiting yesterday, the vomiting last week, I think it all has to be taken with a little bit of a pinch of salt, because I think it all has a very firm asterisk of, and it was within a few days of going back to school. So I think that's probably the root cause of most of the behaviour at the moment. He knows that's coming, and that means he's overreacting massively to everything else. But yeah, it's going to be a fun couple of days. One day we'll have a trip to that doctor's that actually goes to plan and goes well. It is an hour and a half since we picked Anna up from work.
You go home?
Yeah, we've got to wait for Mummy. Anna's just picking up his prescription, but we oh my word, we got in there and the computer system was down and appointments were running an hour behind, so we've just had, to be fair, it wasn't an hour in the end, it was probably about 50 minutes. We were just sat there with him not wanting to be there. He eventually did calm down in exchange for being able to use Anna's phone. Even then he was still playing games at top volume, but we figured that was a compromise to make. It was either that or just leave, and if we don't do this now it isn't going to get done before he goes back to school. So we kind of had to, but nothing to worry about, normal thing. Told us what cream to go and get. Anna's in the chemist now getting said cream. Easy peasy. You're just not very happy about it, are you?
Yes, some cream.
Yeah, Mummy's getting you some cream, and he had to have a thermometer in his ear to test his temperatures just to make sure he didn't have any kind of infection with it. And you didn't like the ear thing, did you? Yeah. Ear's finished. Yeah. It's ready to go home now. Many hours later. Of course, she's making so much noise in there. She's just preparing some tuna mayo to have in jacket potatoes for dinner. We got our shopping order come. That's a pain in the backside. Now Tesco don't deliver stuff in carrier bags. I know it's better for the environment, but having several boxes of food left by the front door that you don't have to carry in individually, not so much fun. We ended up transferring everything into carrier bags at the door and then carrying it through to the kitchen. But yeah, that was silly. I know they've got to do it, but the whole offer to bring it through to the kitchen doesn't really work for us, because neither Dave or Andy are going to like having a strange man carrying a big box through the house once a week. So I guess we'll just have to get used to bagging it ourselves at the door, and it's going to take longer because of that, but I'll try not to complain about it ever again. But I've spent the afternoon working. It was good to get some work done. I'm now slowly but surely starting to get ahead of my videos again for the week. I'm streaming again tonight as well. We've just released yesterday's vlog. Lots of people saying Andy's ill. Is he ill because of this, that or the other? Just to clarify, perhaps I wasn't clear enough in yesterday's video. He wasn't ill yesterday. It wasn't a sickness bug or a stomach bug or anything like that. The reason he vomited is because he saw the fruit shoot. It's not something completely unexpected. He used to vomit every Monday because he had to go swimming at school. He used to vomit at the thought of having to go somewhere he didn't want to have to go. When the anxiety and the stress becomes too much for him and he gets completely overwhelmed by it, he does go white as a sheet, get migraine symptoms, get a headache, become averse to light and throw up. It's a fairly standard thing for him. So I don't know what she's shouting about in the kitchen. So yeah, he's definitely not ill, and he is fine again today, but he's I think he's very aware that he's back to school in just 2 days time. So I think because of that, and he doesn't want to do it, he will go, but he doesn't want to. He'd still always rather be at home. And I think because he knows he's going back, all the other little things that previously he would take in his stride are more of a big deal for him at the moment. So we just have to be on eggshells a little bit at the moment and try not to rock the boat too much, because I could do without the and I'm sure he could do without as well, the third incident of vomit in a week. Because tomorrow night when Anna's at work, that's the night before back to school, so I'm just going to have to let him do whatever he wants tomorrow so he's completely calm and ready for the next day.
Do you know what that means?
What?
Lost challenge.
He's got a real thing for watching Challenge on TV at the moment. If you're not in the UK, you might not be aware of what it is. It's this terrible TV show that just shows game shows 24/7 from like I guess it's from the mid-80s through to the mid-90s.
There's the Chase on there, isn't there?
Oh, is there? So there is some slightly more modern stuff, but it is just awful game shows 24/7. And he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Oh, I don't want to have to watch that for 7 hours while you're at work. All of which brings us through to the end of the day. I am now sat out here in the garage getting set up for my Twitch stream, and Andy is upstairs having his bath and getting himself ready for bed at a normal time for a normal school day. And we're trying to get into that routine like we talked about a few weeks ago. Get him used to the routine, keep reminding him school is coming, and hopefully any anxiety issues he is having, we'll get through. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's not arguing about going to school. I think it's just stressing him out a little bit, the idea that he's going, but I think he does accept he is going. I hope. I guess we'll find out in a couple of days. But if you have enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.